Hi, this is Megavergan. I am here to talk about my game that is called WCWC. Now, that's not actually what it stands for. Actually, it is an abbreviation, or well, it stands for When Combat Was Created. It's just a shorter name. It has some similarities to Dungeons and Dragons. However, it is a little bit different, or actually a lot different, in a way that it's more modern, yet it could be both past, present, and futuristic. For it is a dice game, and the primary dice I use is this, the 30-sided dice. And basically, you, for most moves, require a 16 or higher on the 30-sided dice. Usually a 50-50 chance of making it working. So, basically, the second dice I use, which is the secondary dice, happens to be the 6-sided dice, basically. The 6-sided dice is the secondary dice that I use. Like I said, it is used for damage and is also used for determining who would get attacked or something, or if someone doesn't want to decide, then they would attack. For example, if it's a it only works good up to 1 to 6 hit point of damage weapons. For example, like a regular machine gun would do 1 to 6 points of damage. However, some like really weak weapons, like a dagger, for instance, would do 1 to 2. So, like the first 3 numbers on the 6-sided dice would count as 1 point of damage, and the second 3 numbers, basically 4, 5, and 6, would count as 2 points of damage. And it works with 3 as well, having like 1 and 2 be 1. 3 and 4 be 2, and 5 and 6 be 3. So that is what I use the 6-sided dice for. And sometimes I use a giant 20-sided dice that would be the primary dice for D&D, but that's only to get real specific. At times I don't really bring it around with me a lot because it's really big, but it works really well during really 20 hit point of damage weapons, basically, like my magma hammer, like Hank's magma hammer in the game. But anyway, now it's time for me to talk about the characters. So, first of all, gunners, like these guys, they're like those gunners who use primarily guns, basically almost always use guns. The ninjas, like Relator, like these guys, primary weapons is like swords, ninja type weapons. They kind of take the theme of medieval somewhat. Mechanics, like my guy Hank, they could fix stuff, and they could operate machinery the best, drive the best, stuff like that, and like there are special weapons made specifically for them, such as magma hammers, like what Hank has. There are laser operators. I guess I'll just use this guy because I couldn't really find Zeb quite yet. For example, who are the scientific one. They're the ones that are the more futuristic ones. For example, they could use either like magic or weapons, like a higher level, like Zeb was. For Zeb was a wizard, a higher level 10 laser operator. Basically, he would use magic because he was a wizard, but a more unspecific but a more general occupation, because there's 5 basic occupations. So laser operator, which uses stuff such as lightsabers and like laser guns. Anyway, their last but not least would be the silent killer. These are the assassins. They're not really that great at fighting, but great at assassinating. Actually, they're the only ones who can assassinate. And so yeah, this particular one was an archer, a level 10 silent killer. However, However, they do not start out as archers. They start out as basic silent killers, getting 3 weapons of a dagger, a sword. They get a dagger, a bow and arrow, I believe, and a shotgun. So that is that. And I'm going to say, giving credit to the tiles I was using were from a game called Heroescape, and so were these buildings, and the action figures too. They're also from Heroescape, but not all missions need to have tiles or anything. I just felt it would be more interesting on camera if I would make it like 3-dimensional and stuff like that. And like certain stuff, I understand it could be overwhelming, but like certain stuff, like silent killers, they need 25 or higher for close combat, stuff like that basically. And the game is still I'm still working on the game. It's not quite finished yet, but that was just a sample of this is how to do the game basically. Anyway, I am Mega Vergan, and thank you for